Coming up next, high school volleyball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Welcome, Junior Varsity Volleyball. Alongside Bob Schellenbaker, I'm Rob Polinsky. It's the Lorain JV Titans going up against the Bedford Lady Bearcats. Lorain serving in white and Bedford receiving in green. And with the first kill is freshman Brooklyn Ferguson off the serve of Chloe Karpinski. And Lorain leads 1-0 here in game one. Lorain and coach Serena Rodriguez in her first year, head JV coach for Lorain. Her team with an outstanding record of 12-8. The last two times these teams played over at Bedford in round one in league play, it was Lorain coming from behind. They lost the first game and they won the next two to win 2-1. Karpinski serving, Titans up 2-0. Good line drive serve, and that is in on the ace, 3-0. Unable to return that was Kayla Gosco. And it went by her and landed inbounds, so it's an ace, 3-0. Karpinski this time a little shorter on the serve. From the middle of the front row for the Titans, that was Alexandria Church. Now it's sent over by Sahara Velez. Titans for, I should say, Bedford playing it. The Bearcats send it over, and that's Tiana Black. Set for Church. Church sends it to the back row. Now Bedford plays ahead. Digging that out is Chloe Karpinski. Gets set to the Bearcat side as we have a long rally here. Battle at the net. That goes to the Bearcats. They get their first point off the kill of Tiana Black. And it makes it 3-1 Lorain here. Early going game one, junior varsity volleyball. Bob Schellenbaker doing the camera work. Rob Polinsky here with you. As the regular season winds down. Titans will play tonight, this game obviously, and then a couple days they'll take on Maple Heights, and that'll do it for the regular season. As Bearcats get another point to cut the lead to 3-2. Line drive serve, Yasmin Faria there with the return, set by Karpinski. Sent over the net, and that's a point for the Titans by Sahara Velez, a sophomore. Titans lead 4-2. Substitution for Lorain, Amaya Scott will come in to the left side of the front row. And also coming in is going to be Stephanie Montanez, and she will serve for the Titans. Montanez and the Titans serving, they lead 4-2. That line drive serve is going to be dug out by Gasso. Sent over the net by Desiree Groves. And Groves digs that out. Sent over, Faria saves it. Played, and from the back row hitting it into the net will be Montanez. Point for Bedford. Titans lead 4-3. Bedford's substitution coming into the front row will be Kyra Granger. First opportunity to see Granger here. Montanez sends it ahead. And it's going to be dinked over the net for the Titans by Amaya Scott. And that kill is going to be good for the Bearcats. That went off the left arm of Brooklyn Ferguson, and we are tied at 4. Game one, junior varsity, you play 2 games out of 3. Line drive serve to the back row. Faria plays it ahead. Montanez hits it, and then the Titans couldn't get it. And the Bearcats take their first lead early on at 5-4. Good deep serve, but that one just long, and it is out. Titans watched it go out of bounds. We're tied at 5. That went further than I thought. I thought that was going to be an ace, but it was just over the lines, out of bounds, so we're tied at 5, and serving now will be sophomore Alexandria Church. Good line drive serve, that's an ace, 6-5 Titans. Coach Serena Rodriguez giving her team instructions. Church with the serve. That's another ace. Unable to be played in the back row by Black or Gasso. 7-5 Lorain. Back row sent ahead. Bearcats put it over the net. Titans play it back, and the Bearcats are able to get it there. And from the middle of the front row, sending it over is going to be Hydea Swiggett, and the point will go to the Titans. And they lead 8-5. So Hydea Swiggett into the match. Gets her first kill. Titans lead 8-5. Alexandria Church continues to serve for Lorain. Game 1, junior varsity. You go 2 games out of 3. Games go to 25. You must win by 2. Third hit for the Bearcats heading it over was Gasso. Montanez with a kill that is going to be long out of bounds. Point for the Bearcats, 8-6. And serving will be Rachel Evans-Wood. Evans-Wood serving for the Bearcats. Young lady hits it over. Montanez. There's a set by Karpinski for Swiggett, and the kill for the Titans. They lead 9-6. Karpinski with a good set. Swiggett put it down off the block attempt. 9-6 Titans, and for Lorain coming in is going to be Jada Colbert. Jada Colbert, a junior, will come in to serve. Colbert's serve is in from the back row. Tiana Black plays it ahead. Middle of the front row, good block by the Titans, and they are going to get the point. It's 10-6 Lorain. Again, Jada Colbert. Line drive serve played from the back row. There's going to be a set by Mia Barkley, and they're going to call her for a double hit. Titans lead 11-6. And from the back row, playing that ahead was Aubrey Parham. Parham does a good job of getting him set. Karpinski puts it over. Sent back over by Desiree Groves of Bedford, back to the Lorain side. Montanez plays it, and that's going to be a point for the Titans. Nice job by Stephanie Montanez, a sophomore. And early on, the Titans have doubled up Bedford 12-6 here in game 1. Colbert's line drive serve, another point, is unable to return that for the Bedford Bearcats. Is going to be Tiana Black. 13-6 Titans. Titans trying to build on a 12-8 record. Colbert, another good deep serve. Third hit. Bearcats put it over. Montanez digs it out. There's a set for Karpinski, sends it to the back row. And on the third hit, it is sent over by Granger of Bedford, and Swiggett's going to be able to get the point for Lorain. Swiggett from the middle of the front row makes it 14-6 Titans, and the Titans are on a 6-0 run. Set for the Bearcats, and unable to get that over the net that time. A good effort that time by Desiree Groves, but it went outside of that stanchion that's over the net. Now the two officials will come together to talk. With that set that time was Mia Barkley. And they're going to replay the point. So they will replay that point. No points are awarded. It's still 14-6. And serving for Lorain, it's still Jada Colbert. Third hit by the Bearcats. They get it over. Montanez to Colbert. Back to Montanez. Middle of the front row. Nice job by Stephanie Montanez, the sophomore. And the Titans lead 15-6. It's a 7-0 run. Glad you could join us for JV Volleyball on WLCS TV 20. Bob Schlembaker doing the camera work. Rob Polinsky here with you. There's a set, and from the middle of the front row, it's sent back and out of bounds. A little long on that kill attempt by the Bearcats. 16-6, and Coach Sarah Strine, in her first year as the JV coach of the Bearcats, wants to take a timeout. We'll let you know during this timeout that you're Watching Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 20. On your Spectrum cable, that's channel 1025. You can check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook. For all your entertainment and informational needs, follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. Check out the YouTube station, Lorain Schools TV 20, and like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook and win great prizes. Now the officials all getting together to talk things over, and I'm assuming one of the things they're talking about was the change they had when they had two of the officials couldn't agree on what had happened, and they replayed the point. (16-6), Titans lead by 10, and serving Jada Colbert. She's done an excellent job. Titans have scored 8 consecutive points. And following the timeout, her next serve is good. It's played over on the third hit that time by Granger, and it was long, out of bounds. Point for the Titans. They lead 17-6. Colbert to serve. Line drive to the back row. And on the third hit, sending that over is Granger to Montanez. Colbert with a set for Swiggett. She puts it to the middle of the court. Dug out by the Bearcats, and they're not going to be able to put it over the net. It's 18-6 Lorain. The run is now 10 consecutive points, 10-0. Colbert with a serve to the back row. Montanez off the top net, and that will be a point for the Bearcats. Finally, the run comes to an end. Bearcats trail 18-7, and going back to serve for Coach Strine's team is Desiree Groves. Conversation with the official with Tiana Black. That's over with. And now Groves to serve. Deep serve that Montanez plays. Colbert, middle of the front row, Swiggett will go over and get it, send it back to the Bearcats. A set, and Black sends it over. Montanez plays it right at the net. Nice job. The Titans able to get that over. That was not easy. There's a set once again, and Black sends it over to Montanez. And on the third hit, Montanez won't be able to get it over the net. Point for the Bearcats, and the lead is 18-8 for Lorain. Desiree Groves serving for the Bearcats. They trail by 10. Sends it over. Faria will get it on the third hit. Back to the Bearcats. From the left side of the front row, Tiana Black. Black again, good again. That time that was Kyra Granger. Granger with the kill, and the Bearcats cut the lead to 18-9. Faria with the pass to Colbert, and we're going to get a double hit there, and that will give the point to the Bearcats. They cut the lead to 18-10. Colbert set. Karpinski, left side of the front row, hits it long, 18-11. So the Bearcats trying to come back in this one. They trailed 18-6. They have scored 5 straight points to cut the lead to 18-11. Swiggett, middle of the front row, sends it over but wide, 18-12, and we're going to get a timeout for the Titans as they lead 18-12. And this timeout for Coach Serena Rodriguez. Earlier, Bedford took a timeout when they led or trailed 16-6. So in this first game, Lorain got the first 3 points to take a 3-0 lead. We had ties at 4 and at 5, and Bedford led once at 5-4. But once the Lorain Titans regained the lead at 6-5, they have not relinquished it. But now the Bearcats have rattled off 5 straight points, and they or 6 straight points. They trailed 18-6. They've cut that to 18-12. It's been a game of runs because Lorain led 8-6. And they had a 10-0 run to go up 18-6. And now Bedford has answered with 6 in a row of their own, 18-12. And from the left side of the front row, Karpinski will send it back to the Bearcats. Bearcats, there's going to be a miss hit on the set attempt by Mia Barkley. Gives the point to Lorain, and they lead 19-12. Game 1, junior varsity. You play 2 games out of 3 at the JV level. Sahara Velez coming in. The first man in round 1 of league play over at Bedford earlier this season. Titans won, but it was in 3, and they lost the first game before having to come back on the road to win sets 2 and 3 to win the match. Here they lead 20-12. And a nice line drive serve by Imani Cheers, and the point will go to Bedford. But Imani Cheers in. Bearcats get the point and cut the lead to 20-13. And serving for the Bearcats is Kyra Granger. Granger sends it over. Imani Cheers gets it ahead. Colbert tried to put it over the net, could not do so. So the Titans now lead is back cut to 6 at 20-14. Granger. Set. Left side of the front row, hitting that long and out of bounds for the Lorain Titans is Sahara Velez, and Bedford, as close as they've been in a long time, cut the lead to 20-15. Colbert with the set. Velez cross-court hit, dug out by the Bearcats, and it'll be a point for Lorain, as hitting that was Desiree Groves into the net. Her teammate couldn't dig it out, and the Titans lead 21-15. They're 4 points away from a 1-0 lead. Jump serve by Yasmin Faria. Doesn't get over the net. Bearcats get the point. They trail 21-16. There have been very few service errors in this game, as each team has done a really good job, for the most part, getting their serves in. Karpinski to Colbert, middle of the front row. Velez into the net. Sahara Velez put it into the net, and Lorain leads 21-17. Serving is Aubrey Parham. And Alexandria Church with a kill that gets dug out by the Bearcats. Sent back over. Colbert will set Karpinski left side of the front row into the net. Point for the Bearcats. It's 21-18, and all of a sudden, Bedford is trailing by just 3 points. They trailed 18-6, and they've come all the way back to cut it to 21-18. Parham serves it into the net. Point for Lorain. That was big. And the Titans lead 22-18. So Karpinski, who started this game one, this set, by serving the first 3 points, now back to serve. If she can serve the next 3 points, the Titans would win. Although they didn't give the Titans the point on the scoreboard. I don't know why. That one's out of bounds. It should be 23-18 because they didn't put the point on the board after Bedford had the missed serve. They still show 22-18. Karpinski again, line drive. Sent over by the Bearcats. Karpinski sends it over to Imani Cheers, who puts it over. Point for the Titans. Scoreboard says 23-18, but this should be game point. Karpinski to the Bearcats. Alexandria Church battling at the net. Again, Church will go up, and that one goes to the Bearcats side. They play it back to the Titans. Set for Church. She'll send it back on the third hit. Dug out in the back row. Set. There's the spike attempt left side of the front row for the Tiana Black for the Bedford Bearcats, and the Bearcats are going to get the point. And now they correct the scoreboard to say that it was 24-18, so it was game point. But with that, Bedford gets the point, and they cut it to 24-19. serving. Faria puts it to Karpinski, to Church. Church in the middle of the net, and the middle of the court, I should say. It is blocked right back at her by Courtney Coates, and it's 24-20. So game point 1 is saved by the Bearcats. Line drive serve. There's another game point that's saved because unable to play that one was Brooklyn Ferguson, and it's 24-21, and Lorain wants to take their second timeout. So the Titans are out of timeouts. They lead 24-21. And again, we'll remind you that you're watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television, alongside Bob Schlembaker, who's doing all the fine camera work. I'm Rob Polinsky, glad to be here with you tonight as the JV volleyball season is coming close to an end. As just after this, just one more match for the young Lady Titans and Coach Serena Rodriguez in her first year. They have a 12-8 record. They've got the game tonight with Bedford and then Wednesday with Maple. And going to try to get 2 wins to end the JV year. Serving is Tiana Black. Black serving from the back row. Church puts it over, and it's good, and the Titans win 25-21. So Lorain wins game 1, 25-21. We'll take this timeout. We'll be back with game 2 after this timeout. The JV Lorain Titans lead 1-0. You're watching JV Girls Volleyball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths, and I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
Bedford will begin game 2 serving. They lost game 1, 25-21, so the Bearcats need to win this game to send us to a 3rd and deciding game. Lorain, on the other hand, with a win, would get a 2-game sweep in this junior varsity volleyball match. Alexandria Church sends it over to the Bearcat side, and the Titans will get the first point, as that was unable to get sent over by Parham and Black. Titans lead 1-0, and the Titans will immediately substitute. And coming in will be Stephanie Montanez. So the Titans leading 1-0. Montanez back to serve, the sophomore. Game 2, JV. Montanez line drive serve off the top of the net. Point for Bedford on the missed serve. And back to serve for the Bearcats, who are wearing green. Lorain in their white. Serving is Tiana Black. She's a sophomore. Black with a good line drive serve that's played back there by Amaya Scott. Montanez on the 3rd hit sends it back over to the Bearcat side. And a miscommunication, and Bearcats hit it out of bounds as it was Courtney Coates at the very last minute hitting it. She thought one of her teammates was going to set. Did not, and the Lorain Titans lead 2-1. Alexandria Church to serve. Line drive serve. And from the back row, unable to get that over. It was a good effort, but a really very difficult thing to try to do. Okay, look, Gosco unable to do so. It makes it 3-1 Lorain. Coach Serena Rodriguez for the Lorain Titan JV team. And on the third hit, Black's going to get it over to the Lorain side. Well done by the Bearcats that time. Karpinski is going to get called for the illegal set. I don't know if she just kind of caught that or maybe it was a double hit on that set, but either way, the point goes to the Bearcats, and they trail 3-2 here. Early stages of Game 2. Titans lead 1-0, and coming into the front row for Bedford is Kyra Granger. Faria sends it over to Swiggett. Can't get it over the net. We're tied at 3. Idea Swiggett, left side of that front row. And it's going to be Brooklyn Ferguson that wasn't able to get that over the net, and Bedford leads 4-3. Montanez, Karpinski with the set, back to Montanez, cross court. That one's going to be hit out of bounds. From the back row trying to save that was Tiana Black for Bedford. Unable to do so, we're tied at 4. Substitute coming in to serve, Jada Colbert. Colbert serve. Sent back over by the Bearcats. And battle at the net. And the point is going to go for Lorain. They're going to say into the net for Bedford was Kyra Granger. And it's 5-4 Lorain. Colbert, line drive serve that's out of bounds. We're tied at 5. It'll be Bedford to serve, and doing that will be Rachel Evans-Wood. Evans-Wood sends it over. Karpinski. There's going to be a set for Swiggett. Swiggett sends it back over to the Bearcat side, and it'll be a point for Lorain. Is unable to run that over and try to send it back over from a difficult angle as Desiree Groves. Titans lead 6-5. Coming in for the Bearcats is Mia Barkley. And serving is Imani Cheers for Lorain. And a little miscommunication between a couple of the Bearcats. Desiree Groves and Kyra Granger both wanted that and unable to get it over, so the Titans lead 7-5. From the back row, Gosco passes it ahead, and that time getting it over was Granger. Swiggett to the middle of the Bedford side. Set by Colbert. Cross court hit that time by Velez is dug out by the Bearcats. And at the net, the point will go to the Titans, and they lead 8-5. Oh, evidently they're going to give that to Bedford, so that makes it 7-6. I'm not sure what that call was, but they changed it. Titans did something wrong there. It's 7-6. Bearcats off the top of the net on the serve. Great job by Swiggett keeping that alive. Velez sends it back to the Bearcat side. Middle of the front row, the battle at the net, and we're going to get a double hit for the Titans. And we are tied now at 7. Already our 5th tie early on in this at 1, 3, 4, 5, and now 7. Swiggett. And they're unable to get it over. Bedford regains the lead at 8-7. Middle of the front row. It's played, sent back over. And from the middle of the front row for the Bearcats, it was Kyra Granger. Point for Bedford, they lead 9-7. Desiree Groves serving for Bedford. Her team on top 9-7. think she was going to attempt a jump serve there, but didn't throw the ball high enough, so she'll come and serve it a little more conventionally. 9-7, battle at the net. Nice job, Karpinski, keeping it alive. Colbert puts it back over to the Bedford side, and the Bearcats are going to send it over to Granger, over to Faria, set by Colbert, over to Karpinski. Battle at the net goes to Bedford, and for Bedford that time, Aubrey Parham gets them the point. Bedford has their biggest lead. It's 10-7. Swiggett goes down to get it, and it's going to be a point for the Lorain Titans. They trail 10-8. So good job by Idea Swiggett, who comes out as Alexandria Church will replace her. And it's 10-8 Bedford in game 2. Lorain won game 1, 25-21. We're trying to end this in 2 games. Obviously, the Bearcats with a win would send us to a 3rd game. Middle of the front row. Beautiful job by Karpinski going to save that. Alexandria Church sends it over, and that's a point for the Titans. Nice job by Church with the kill, and Karpinski keeping that one alive. 10-9 Bedford. To the back row. Going to be set and sent over by Parham off the set of Mia Barkley for Bedford. Back over to the Bedford side once again. This time Faria sends it over. And Velez for Lorain keeping this alive. Colbert with a set for Church, middle of the front row. To the back row, played ahead. And on the 3rd hit, the Bearcats hit it over with Kyra Granger. Again, Church sending it over. Good job by the Bearcats keeping that alive. Karpinski left side of the front row, and a point for the Bearcats. Nope, they're going to say that one of the Bearcats was into the net, and that point will go to Lorain, and we're tied at 10. So we're going to get a timeout for Bedford as Lorain has scored 3 points in a row to cut a 10-7 lead. And actually, not just cut it, but they've wiped it out. They've tied this at 10 here in game 2. First time out of the 2nd game, and it gives us time to remind you that you're watching Lorain Schools Television, WLCS TV 20 on Spectrum Cable. That is now channel 1025. The YouTube station is always Lorain Schools TV 20. You can follow us on Twitter. That Twitter handle is @LCS_TV 20. Like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook to win great prizes, and check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. Going back to serve is Yasmin Faria. She's a junior. Faria jump serve all the way to the back, and it is just long, and that is out of bounds. Bearcats let it go long. It lands out of bounds, and they lead 11-10. Serving, Kyra Granger, sophomore. Sends it over. Played by Imani Cheers. Back to the Bearcat side. Set, and Courtney Coates sends it over. Colbert with the set. Karpinski left side of the front row. Back over to the Bedford side. Left side of the front row. It is sent over by Tiana Black. Alexandria Church trying to dink it past the Bedford defense, unable to do so. And Courtney Coates puts it straight down, and Bedford leads 12-10. Courtney Coates with a nice kill that time, the young lady, sophomore. Serving, Kyra Granger, another sophomore. To the back row, Imani Cheers. Colbert, left side is going to be Alexandria Church with a good kill. Point for the Titans, 12-11. Church put that one straight down, and the Titans get the point. Coming back in for the Titans is freshman Brooklyn Ferguson. Serving, freshman Chloe Karpinski. Her team trails 12-11. Titans in white, Bearcats in green. And there's going to be a point is unable to pass that ahead on the serve receive was Aubrey Parham, and we're tied at 12. Karpinski, line drive, and that's going to be sent off the ceiling, off the beam, and falls on the Bedford side of the court. Point for Lorain. Titans lead 13-12. Junior varsity volleyball, game 2. Titans lead 1-0. Bob Schlumbaker on the camera work. My name's Rob Polinsky. Alexandria Church will get a point with another kill as she's starting to crank it up, and the Titans lead 14-12. Karpinski, line drive. Parham on the third hit does a good job of sending it over. Church to Brooklyn Ferguson. The freshman will get it down behind the front line and in front of the back line. Well placed by Brooklyn Ferguson. 15-12 Titans. Titans trailed 10-7. Since that point, they have outscored Bedford 8-2. Karpinski sets Church up, and that one's going to be dug out nicely by Bedford, but a double hit, a miss hit by Parham. 16-12 Titans. Karpinski serving. That one sent to the back row. Bearcats play it. Parham on the third hit will send it back to the Titans. Karpinski with the set. Brooklyn Ferguson back to the Bearcat side. Battle at the net, or I should say Church goes up to get it, puts it straight down. Titans lead 17-12, and sophomore Alexandria Cheers is playing very well of late. And the Titans lead 17-12. Karpinski, line drive serve that Parham puts back. Faria plays it to Karpinski. Third hit, Velez, dug out by Gasco in the back row. Sent over Tiana Black, I should say, for Bedford, to Alexandria Cheers, who goes back to the Bedford side. Black will send it over. There's a set by Karpinski. Ferguson to the back row. Coates sets up Black. Faria from the back. Karpinski, nice long rally here, and Ferguson put it into the net. Point for Bedford. Bearcats with the serve, trailing 17-13. And serving will be Aubrey Parham. Middle of the front row, Church. Dug out that time by Rachel Evans-Wood, and we got a couple young ladies collide back there for the Bearcats. Hopefully they're okay. As it looks like Evans-Wood, Rachel Evans-Wood, saying she'll be all right. 18-13 Titans. Stephanie Montanez to serve. Evans-Wood does not want to come out, so she stays in there. And it looks like she's okay now. Coates to Faria in the back row. Karpinski's going to set up Brooklyn Ferguson just over the net and in. Nice job, our freshman Brooklyn Ferguson. 19-13 Titans. Back row, Parham, and Rachel Evans-Wood sends it over. Church, and that'll be a point for the Titans, as again, Church with a kill that the Bearcats can't handle, 20-13. Titans with their biggest lead of game 2 now at 7 at 20-13. Don't forget they trailed 10-7, so they have outscored Bedford 13-3 since they were down by 3. Bearcats send it over on the third hit. Alexandria Church to Karpinski, left side of the front row. Brooklyn Ferguson. That's going to be played and sent over by the Bedford Bearcats, and a nice job at Tiana Black with the kill, and the point makes it 20-14. Titan lead is 6. Serving Tiana Black. Serves it well out of bounds, wide. Point for the Titans. They lead 21-14. Church serving. Lorain 4 points from the match, leading 21-14. Left side of the front row, sending that over. Great job by Montanez, keeping it alive. Ferguson with the kill. And it's going to be a point for the Titans. 22-14 Titans. Church to serve. Her team 3 points away from the match. And we're going to get a timeout and a second timeout, last final timeout for the Bedford Bearcats. So Bedford takes the timeout, trailing 22-14. Game 1 went to Lorain 25-21. And in Game 2, we had 7 ties. It was very close early on. We were tied at 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, and 12. Bedford's last lead was 12-10. But since then, it's been all Lorain as they've outscored the Bearcats 12-2 to turn a 12-10 deficit into a 22-14 lead. And it'll be Alexandria Church serving. Titans are 3 points away from winning the match 2-0. Alexandria Church serving. Bedford out of timeouts. Line drive serve. And that will be sent, unable to get it over the net as Black on the third hit. 23-14. Titans 2 points away. Hit over the net. Church to Karpinski. Montanez deep hit, and that is going to be called out. Boy, I thought that one might be in, but it is called out. Bearcats get the point. They trail 23-15. Bob Schlembacher thought it was in. He confirms that. Officials rule it out. Bearcats serving, trailing 23-15. Faria ahead to Karpinski. And that's going to be a point for the Bearcats. They trail 23-16. Line drive serve, played by Ferguson, unable to keep it in play. It's 23-17. Bedford trying to rally. Montanez to Karpinski. Swiggett sends it over. Parham runs that down. Got to get over on this hit. Black, cross-court hit, well out of bounds. Match point. Titans up 24-17, match point. And it'll be Jada Colbert coming in to try to serve for the match for the Titans. Jada, a 5'7" junior. Her team out in front 24-17. Colbert serving. Line drive, and that is going to be the match. Is unable to play that were the Bearcats. And Lorain wins it in 2 games. 25-21, 25-17. So the junior varsity team with the win, they go to 13-8. Congratulations to Serena Rodriguez JV team. Our final score in 2 games, it was Lorain over Bedford, 25-21, 25-17. As you see both teams shake hands. And that's going to do it for our JV coverage of girls volleyball. You've been watching Girls Junior Varsity Volleyball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.